Hey guys, welcome to today's video. It is a wrap and chat with me style Q&A video. So I asked you guys over on my Instagram if you had any questions because I've seen these types of videos floating around the YouTube and I thought it would be fun to do my own. So with no further ado, I have a pile of presents to wrap. So let's get started and I'll start answering those questions. Very first question. Hold on. Favorite traditions with your littles. Okay, and we don't have a ton of traditions yet because this is only Lucy's third Christmas. I had to think about it. Her first one, she was only 3 months old at the time, so not a ton of tradition I feel like that they can like actively participate in at that point, so we really didn't do a lot. Her second Christmas, I was pregnant with Bella and extremely sick. So for me, Christmas Day was spent on the couch. So not a ton of tradition happened last year at Christmas either. So this year will be the first year that we've actually like got to do some traditions with her, and I am so excited. I want to do obviously the typical like make cookies for Santa thing and that whole like traditional thing. But then I also would love to start a tradition of us like one night before Christmas, I don't know, maybe the weekend before Christmas or something, is doing like where we make cookies and hot cocoa and all like go pile in the car and go look at Christmas lights. I'm very like into cute traditions and whatnot. So yeah, that would be something that I would look forward to. Oh, actually we do have a tradition. We always go see Santa. Like ever since her first Christmas, we went to see Santa every year. So we do have that. So I guess that is a tradition. But as far as others, I'm excited to start some and like think of some. So you guys will have to let me know what your favorite tradition is with your kids because I would love to like start some, and I think it's so fun to hear other families and like what their traditions are. So let me know what yours are. Also, I feel like this is the most like surreal moment that I'm wrapping Christmas presents for my child. I don't know if anybody else feels this way when you do that. Like her first Christmas, we got her a couple of things, but I didn't like wrap a bunch of stuff because then we would just be wrapping it for us to unwrap for her. So I just kind of didn't waste the paper or the time doing that. And so actually wrapping a present and writing from mommy and daddy on it is just so weird and so fun all at the same time. Next question is, how do you juggle creating content and being a present wife and mom? Okay, so I don't shower or eat hot meals or watch a lot of TV or relax in any way. No, I'm just kidding. Only not. Kind of. I'm kind of kidding. Kind of not kidding. But as a mom, you guys know, a lot of you are moms. It's a very hard job and a very demanding job, and creating content is a ton of work. So a lot of times that is why I am very faithful to put up my YouTube videos, and that is like my commitment, is I have that. And I may not always be as consistent as I probably, I guess, should be on my Instagram. I will go MIA for like days and days on end on Instagram stories and posts, and so that is why, is because I'm like, okay, I've worked so hard on YouTube. I don't want to give my time to Instagram right now. I need to give this one-on-one time to my girls or my husband. And so I'm just like, you know what? I have met my priority is my YouTube uploads are my number one. And then everything else as far as my content creation, just that those are like very flexible. That's just kind of how I do it. I am getting better at being on a schedule, so that is helping, and getting more of a routine of I film on these days and we edit and then I get everything ready and everything's like uploaded, and so that is really helping a ton. And I'm so excited for the new year because I'm doing a little restructuring. But I will tell you guys more about that in a different video because I want it to like be its own thing. Next question is, what is your favorite Christmas dessert or go-to dessert for Christmas? Okay, that's a hard one because if you have been here very long, you know we are snacky people. Like It's bad, you guys. But we don't have any specific desserts. Hold on, let me cut this. So close. It's almost the perfect slide, you guys. Have desserts that we only make at Christmas time. We make our desserts like all year round, basically. As far as things though that are a little more like made at the holidays, I do, like, we make them a little bit more at the holiday time. I love, love, love peanut butter fudge. That is one of my favorites. I don't know if that's like just a Christmas thing or whatever, or a holiday thing. Obviously I make these all year long, but chocolate oatmeal cookies have always been a staple of mine ever since I was a kid. I'm not really a pie person. It's like I'm not a pumpkin pie, apple pie, pecan pie person. Like, that's not my thing. If it does not involve chocolate and or peanut butter, it's not exactly going on my plate. But yeah, those are kind of my favorites. Okay, next is tips from going from 1 child to 2, please. I found out I'm pregnant with number 3. Oh my gosh, I don't have 3 yet, so I can't give advice on that. Going from 1 to 2, I know for us, it was easier because I was a way more confident mom with Bella, obviously, than I was with my first daughter, Lucy. First kid is like your practice kid, I swear. And poor things, their practice. But I was a lot more confident. I knew more of what to do, and so that helped. But on the flip side, you have to learn to juggle. And that's the really hard thing, because you're used to being able to, okay, I've got them down for a nap, I can relax. No, I don't relax. I have a toddler now. So relaxation is when they both are in bed at night and we're done for the day. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But learning to have activities prepped, kind of anticipating the fact that Bella's gonna need to eat, or she's gonna need me to put her down for a nap. And so being able to have Lucy occupied in the other room so I can get like Bella down for a nap. Being able to kind of prep and anticipate their needs is definitely something that you have to learn how to juggle. I hope that it helps, because that was one thing that I didn't have anybody tell me that, or I didn't see any tips, or I hadn't heard anyone talk about. Have things ready and activities for your toddler to do for when you're juggling with your new baby. But that's just something that I learned from experience. So I hope that was helpful. Other than living in the moment, you will do a great job, and you're amazing, and you are totally equipped to be the mom that you're supposed to be to those children. Just tap into it, because they were given to you for a reason. So that's all I have to say about that. You're gonna be great. And next, and the most asked question, the absolute most asked question out of all of these that you guys submitted, which were quite a few. When are you going back to Disney? Okay, well, our next planned official, like, it's booked and on the calendar, like it's in my My Disney experience, is May. So that is when we're doing it, unless we have to reschedule, but we shouldn't. I don't think we should. But we are going in May, and I am so excited about it. Like, it's going to be so much fun. I am ready to be back. Hold on, I'm cutting. Oh, I love it when I get it like perfectly smooth and the scissors don't snag. Does anyone else enjoy that? Okay, but we are going in May. Next year is a big year for us, and of course we like to celebrate. Dean and I honeymooned at Disney in 2012, and so next year, 2022, is our 10-year wedding anniversary. 10 years, guys. I cannot believe I have been married for 10 years. My 30th birthday is next year. Bella's first birthday is next year. And so many reasons to go to Disney and celebrate. So beyond our May trip, we've got that. And then we have like a family birthday trip for Bella planned. We took Lucy for her first birthday, so we want to do that and have a birthday trip for her. I have always wanted to either be flying to Disney or be in Magic Kingdom for my birthday. And so I don't know if that's gonna happen, you guys. Like, it's just a lot, but if you see every other video is now sponsored, you know I'm working on my Disney trips. But yeah, that's where my money from YouTube goes to. Whatever I make when you guys are like so supportive and amazing and like use my links to shop, that's where it all goes. The doggone mouse gets my money. All that to say, the answer to the question is we're going in May, and maybe a few other times, maybe if I can like work hard enough to make that happen. So send me all the well wishes and pixie dust, because a mama can dream, right? Did you always know you wanted more than one kid? My husband doesn't want a second. Okay, this is something I have known, at least personally, ever since I was a kid, is I knew I wanted more than one kid. I have always loved babies and little kids, and so yeah, I always knew I wanted to be a mom and have multiples. And that's one thing I told Dean, like when we were dating, I'm like, I want kids, like I want a couple kids. Dean, he's like, I don't know, I knew I like wanted kids, but I didn't know how many. And so after having Lucy, he fell more in love with the idea of having more kids. Hold on, let me have him come in here and answer that himself. Hey, are you busy? Can you come in here? Okay, I'll just read the question.
Okay.
Did you always know you wanted more than one kid? My husband doesn't want a second. Go.
Doesn't want a second, but
how did you know? Have you always wanted more kids?
I've never really thought about it. I've just been like, you know, I wanted at least one, probably two, and I don't care if we have a third. I think that would be awesome too. So, yeah, I never really thought about it. And then all of a sudden I'm married to you and I'm like, chitlins.
I just wanted to get your perspective from like the guy's side. So.
Yeah.
How do you feel about change?
Can I tell a story?
You're in here, you might as well.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay, so we've been doing this kitchen renovation, and we've also been moving around furniture and moving a bunch of stuff going on. I'm at work in this meeting with my boss, the CEO of the company, and someone else, the COO of the company, and a bunch of other managers. So I'm in this meeting, and I've got moving on the brain, and somehow,
what happens when your wife's a YouTuber?
Mm-hmm, yeah, you change, yeah, move a bunch of stuff. So we're so all of a sudden, my boss goes, "Hey, Dean, do you like change?" And without skipping a beat and without thinking at all, I go, "Oh yeah, in the bedroom." And I was just thinking about how we always move the furniture in the bedroom to change things up. And all of a sudden, I am now known by the, CFO, CEO, COO, my manager, all the other managers as the one that likes change in the bedroom.
Needless to say, I can never show my face at work functions with Dean ever again.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
My boss comes up and he goes, at least you got a code word now. All that to say, the only acceptable answer to do you like change is, of course, in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Still can't believe you said that.
I can't. It's hard.
You probably turned as red as this wrapping paper.
I did. I was not.
Any advice on taking an 8-month-old to Disney in May? We're going at the same time. Well, same month. Also, what rides could we take them on? Okay, so I want to do a series about the second half to that question of rides for babies and toddlers for each of the parks. So look for that. I'm not gonna promise. January or February. I will be making a video on that because it's so hard to just say like specifically what rides and everything. I did do a collab video, which I will have that linked, and it's top 7 things to do at Disney World with a baby or toddler. And I did that in collaboration with my Disney mom friend and YouTube friend, Becca Hart. And so I will have my video as well as her video linked in the description box. So you can go check those out, but anticipate that series of Disney baby toddler rides coming in early 2022. Tips for taking an 8-month-old. Don't anticipate to hit every ride in Magic Kingdom because you won't. Not with an 8-month-old. If your little one will nap in the stroller, let them nap in the stroller. For us and our girls, sometimes they just absolutely will not take a nap. Now, I say girls, Lucy. We'll see with Bella next year when we go, because she's only been as a 6-week-old, which 6-week-olds are pros at naps. But taking Lucy at different ages, sometimes she would nap, sometimes she wouldn't. They were never as good as being in her crib, in her room with her sound machine and everything, even though we would take her sound machine. But sometimes just sitting on the hub grass and having some downtime for like 30, 45 minutes, whatever, just take a load off your feet, let them just sit there, play, get some wiggles out, actually move their body instead of just being carried around or being sit in the stroller. Like at 8 months, unless you have a great one, they probably won't be walking, but they can crawl around. And so let them do that. And sometimes that is just enough to like play and just wear their body out, expel a little bit of that energy, and then they will take a nap. Or if not, it just gives them that chill time that they needed. And then you can move on with your day. Plan for some relaxation times. Don't be go, go, go constantly, because that is not fun for anyone. You will just be that hot, sweaty family that's fussing at each other, and it's just not cute. So don't be like sniffing at each other. Take a break, eat a snack, you'll be good. But have fun and have all the room on the camera or your phone or whatever for all the videos and the photos, because you're gonna want to take quite a few, except for when they're maybe crying. And they probably will cry. Everybody's does. Just because I don't show that doesn't mean my child doesn't cry at Disney. Okay, next question. Oh, next Disney trip. Same question. Let's see. Going to Walt Disney World in May with our 2-year-old. Favorite resorts to stay at. Okay, so my 2 favorites for the value category are All-Star Movies, because they do have like this cute little Toy Story section and 101 Dalmatians, and so that's very like little kid toddler friendly. And so with a 2-year-old, most like you can show them those movies, and that's something that they might enjoy. I know Lucy loves Toy Story. The other one in the value category is Pop Century. Both of those resorts, if I'm not mistaken, have been renovated fairly recently, and so they're newer, a little more modern now. Pop Century is actually on the Skyliner, so if you're into that sort of thing, it's a great place to stay. Staying in the moderate category, we have only stayed at one, but out of all of like the ideas and the different like options that you have, Port Orleans French Quarter is amazing. We stayed there and absolutely loved it. They literally have one bus stop out front, so it makes it a lot simpler. But French Quarter is actually a much smaller resort, and so it's not as like sprawled out and spacious. And so we found that the bus service was a lot easier and faster there. So I highly recommend that one. Plus you can take the boat to Disney Springs, and so it's great. We love it. You can get beignets there. They're just Mickey shaped beignets. I mean, need I say more? Those are great. And then as far as deluxe is concerned, we've always stayed on the DVC side of deluxe resorts. And so that's what I know. Hands down, if you can be at Bay Lake Tower, which is part of the Contemporary Resort, it's the DVC side. Hands down, stay there. On the monorail, being within walking distance to Magic Kingdom, like there's nothing more convenient and close. Now, if it's a little girl and you are a princess to the nth degree, like myself, then I highly recommend Grand Floridian. If you stay there, you will officially be spoiled, and you will not want to stay anywhere else on Disney property probably, because I know I am spoiled. You can walk to Magic Kingdom from there. It's a little bit longer than Bay Lake, but you can do that. The monorail coming through when character dining is going on, it's not currently at the time I'm filming this, but when that comes back and you have literally like characters in your resort and like the princesses, and it's just, oh my goodness, it's every like little girl princess's dream. And apparently I'm still a 5-year-old little girl because I am smitten with the Grand Floridian. So those are the ones I would highly recommend for taking a 2-year-old. Next is, how do you budget for Disney? It's so expensive. Okay, so I'm thinking of actually doing a video for that in the future, is like sharing our Disney budget. I don't know if that's something you guys want to see. If it is, please let me know in the comment section, because that way I can like know if that's an actual video that you would want to watch. But that's actually what my YouTube money goes for. I kind of talked about that earlier with our Disney trips. Luckily, my hobby, which is YouTube, pays too. And so when I'm doing that, that's what that money goes to her. And so that is kind of like how we budget it, is our main income. That is for like living expenses and bills and just, you know, life, all the things from that. A little bit of that money goes towards trips, but most of the time, like when we get birthday money or Christmas money, or anybody like gives us stuff like that, sometimes our tax return, things like that, if we get any money back on our taxes, that'll go towards our vacation, just to kind of like jumpstart that a little bit. But then the rest of it I fill in with things that I can do. Before doing my YouTube videos, I would thrift and resale things, and so I would do some retail arbitrage and just different ways that I could make money. And so basically that's how I would pay for our Disney trips, and kind of still do. But now it's more geared towards content creation and doing things on YouTube. And so this went from hobby to now it's kind of sort of my job, which is actually really cool to like get paid to have fun and like talk to you guys, because like it's so much fun doing that. And like it's so weird to say that I get paid to like hang out with my internet fam. So I know that was rambly, but yeah, that's kind of how we do it. If you can do any sort of side hustle, like even decluttering our home, as I'm doing that process, if there's anything that I can find that's in good condition, I will list it. Like it goes right up on Facebook Marketplace, and I'll sell that to make money. Like as the girls grow out of clothes, if they're still in good condition, I'll sell those, and we'll like shuffle things. And so yeah, that's just kind of some of the ways that I save and budget for our Disney trips. Also, planning as far as you can in advance really helps. I know that sucks because you have like this really long countdown, but it does, like when you budget how much you want to spend and like where you want to stay and how long you want to go and your tickets and everything, it does like spread it out a little bit to where you're not like, oh my gosh, I've got to come up with $1,000 a month because we're leaving like in 2 months, whatever, or something like that. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, this one is, did you get everything you were wanting in the Little Sleepies drop? Girl, this goes against the whole saving money for our Disney trips, because yeah, the credit card was brought out and it was definitely used. Yes, I got everything, to suffice that to say. I got everything. I got Jamie's for both of the girls and all 3 prints. Jamie's for myself and all 3 prints. And Jamie's for Dean and the 2 prints that they had men's jammies in, because they didn't make men's jammies in the princess print. Or else the man would have owned some pink princess pajamas, because you better bet I would have bought them. And he is such a good sport. Like, you guys, I have the sweetest husband on the planet. He will wear Lily for me, like... And he would totally wear princess pajamas for our girls, because he is just the best girl dad on the planet. Like, he probably would have had on a hat to go with it, but he totally would have rocked them. Yes, another perfect one. But yes, I did get everything I wanted. Thank you for asking. Okay, and last question. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 presents wrapped. Awesome. This is pretty good. But the last but not least question is, best advice for starting a YouTube channel and what inspired you to start one? Okay, so, sorry, apparently I can't write and talk at the same time. My thing that inspired me to start a YouTube channel was watching a lot of the other mommy vloggers and things that I enjoy on YouTube, and thinking, oh my gosh, this is so cool that they have all of this footage of their kids and their family and all of these memories that they get to look back on. And I just thought that was the coolest thing, and some of like the Disney vloggers that had like little kids, and I was like, oh my gosh, they have all these magical moments with them. And then even some of the like cleaning and decorating, I'm like, I can do that, and I love to do that. And so I think it would be so cool to like make videos out of it. And I don't know, I started going about my life and like day-to-day life, that is, and thinking I could be filming this. And it just really started like, I don't know, it just like hit me of like all these ideas and like things to do. Vlogging is like home movies, but on steroids. Like, it's your favorite parts, and so you don't have to sit there and watch the like 30 minutes of this video to see your like 2 or 3 favorite parts that happened in the like home movie that you have as like a kid or whatever. And so that got that started, and I think that's so fun. To answer the first part of the question, best advice would be to come up with a bunch of ideas before you start your channel. Like, have video ideas that excite you and just start listing them out, and like have them all down. Like, either make a note in your phone or have a special notebook and like make that your YouTube notebook. You don't have to like reinvent the wheel. Seriously. If you see a video of mine and you're like, I like that video, like I could do that, do it, because that's exactly what some of my videos are. Is like, I've seen videos and I'm like, oh, I get that she says that, but I would tell someone to do it this way, or from my experience, I would do it this way, or because of my home, I do things this way, or because of my family, I do things this certain way. And so sharing our take on life and motherhood and Disney and like all these things, that's what will make your channel unique, and what makes my channel unique from others. You cannot get back the time that you didn't start, and so just go ahead and start and have fun with it, and I promise you will get faster. The very first time I recorded a voiceover, Dean can tell you it took me 2 hours for like a 12-minute video, you guys. I recorded and deleted the thing, like the little like voiceover segments, so many times because I was so like nervous about like, what do I say? Like, what do I talk about? And I would like get halfway through with it, and then I would like flub up my words, or I would like sneeze or something, and I'm like, I can't have that in there, and I would have to delete it and like restart that little clip of like recording the voiceover, and it was a hot mess, you guys. But now I've got to where I can do it a lot faster, and Dean has joked now, and we're like, you're the one take wonder, because you're starting to actually get it on the first take now, and it's like, it takes some time. You may not get it perfect straight out the gate, but all the rambling to say, you can do this. Set your upload schedule, come up with your video ideas, and hit record. That is gonna do it for today's video. I've got to quite a few questions, but I'm gonna like try to cap it here, because Lord only knows how long this video is going to be, because I am a rambler. But if you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button, and that helps to support the channel so much. You guys know this. If you're still watching this, you are a true member of the internet fam. But if you're not and you're still here, hit the red subscribe button. I would love to have you join the internet fam, and I will see you guys right back here for a brand new video. Bye guys. Thanks again. You're the best.